says, come follow him. The 21st Baptist, 21st century used on a mission for the new evangelization. The words there are so very technical and it's very churchy, makasimbahan. And we're trying to connect things and to put things together where we can understand each other. Because we have to remember that you are the youth of today. I hope and I guess we have to level up later that we are youth. So what is the youngest participant here? What age? 10? 10? Do we have 10 years old? 12? 15? 15 years old? 14 years old? 14 years old? Okay? 13 years old? 13. Okay. So 13 is the youngest. 16. Pakitaas ng kamay. 17. 18. Don't be shy. 19. 19. 20. 21. 21. 22. So 22, yes. 23. Okay. 24. So it ranges from 13 to 24. So how do you call yourselves today? You are the? Your popular name? You are the? Okay, where do you know that? Who told you that you are the millennials? Is it from the Bible? Who told you that you are the millennials and what it is to be a millennial? And so, allow me next please to zero in my sharing on youth as missionaries, called to be disciples. Actually, the topic is about youth as missionaries. So we have to later on see who are the youth and what is a youth. Next, please. A youth is a period between childhood and adult age or maturity. So ano yung adult age? According to definition, an adult age or maturity is 18 years old. But there are who are aging from 19, 20, 22. So me, I now ask, are you a youth? Okay? So to be a youth, actually there is no strict definition as to what a youth is. From the parish that I came from, we define youth as 12 years old up to 59 years old, as long as they are not married. So what is now the definition of a youth? It is on age or about married. What if you are 18 years old and you are married? Are you a youth or not? What if 17 years old, you're already a baby? Are you a youth or not? See the terms are so confusing, and if we are confused with the terms, more so that the world today are giving us more confusion, let us be confused all the more. The time of life when someone is young, the time when a young person has not yet become an adult, again, strictly speaking, to be an adult or mature person is 18 years old. But again, I have told you that there are even parishes, dioceses, and vicariates that would say, ang youth ay 12 years old hanggang 59 years old or 49 years old as long as walang asawa. The time when something is new and not yet established, that is a youth or to be young. So hindi lang pala tao, pwede din sa bagay at pangyayari. Kasabihin mo, napakabata pa ng iyong karanasan. Ibig sabihin, kunti pa lang ang ating nalalaman. So used to be a noun or an adjective. And usually, when we speak of our youth today, we usually associate youth to the 21st century youth. We call you millennials. But we will try to check later, ano bakit ang millennials? Next, please. Mission. A mission is an important assignment carried by someone else, whether it is something political, religious in nature, or of commercial business. Isa kang abogado, isa kang lawyer, abogado, an accountant, an engineer. You are tasked to go somewhere for a certain mission. So, missionary po na word is not only limited to the church, but even to politics. Have you heard of the movie Mission Impa? What does it mean? Mayroon silang katungkulan na gustong makamit. But before they are going to perform such mission, they have plans to do. They have techniques and strategies to employ for mission to be accomplished and to be successful. Another thing is that a mission is like an assignment, a commission, an expedition. It is like a journey. It is a trip, an operation. Kaya mayroon na ng medical mission. Operation Tuli, Operation Tutuli, Operation, any operation, it is a mission and it is done and it's over. So we're happy, we rejoice because we say, mission accomplished. Halimbawa, mayroon kayong nagka-crush na isang lalaki at mission mo, ligawan mo yan, that is your mission. It could be a mission, an assignment, and a journey. But bago mo maligawan ang tao, bago mo gawin ang mission na yan, you have to know who that person is. What are his or her, yeah? Pwede naman ligawan mo ng lalaki, no? Kaya his or her, or him, even it. You have to know his, her, it, him, weaknesses, strengths, opportunity, the challenges, anong likes, dislikes, para yung mission mo, maihanda mo. Like, anong oras niya usually sa Super Metro or sa Robinsons? Sino ang usually kasama niya? Ano ang kanyang sinusuot? Yun ang mission mo i-prepare. May kasama yan, magdala din ako ng kasama. Mataray yan, magdala din ako ng kasama na mataray. Diba? Mangliligaw ka na ngayon. Siguro it's never true to your time. Kasi ang ligawan ninyo is no cellphones. Tama? Ang ligawan namin noon, ang ganda. Very challenging. Maaamoy mo ang girl, mabaho o hindi. Malalaman mo ang girl, mataray o mabait. Ngayon, text kayo ng cellphone. Maganda noon. If I am to go back to my past, gusto ko pa rin yung generation namin. Nagliligawan, sumusulat, gumaganda yung sulat mo. Kasi syempre, basahin ang girlfriend mo. Sumusulat, diskarte na katakot-takot na diskarte. Ngayon, diskarte nyo, babaw. Sorry ha, manghiram ng cellphone ng iba, isuksok yung SIM nyo. Kasi wala kayong cellphone. Tama? Wala kayo mangligaw, wala pa kayong cellphone eh. Di ba? Ano na, diskarte nyo. Diskarte nyo pa. Magtitext kayo ng babae. Isang message, send to all, 15 girls. Tama? Yung diskarte nyo, babaw. Yung diskarte nyo, ay dali nyo, babaw. Tapos sagutin nyo, ang babae naman nakata, tapos sa kabilang boarding house, magkatabi na yung dalawang girl na pinadala ng text. Where is sincerity there? Meron na ngayon 15 pesos, 2 days, unlimited text. 15 pesos lang. Pwede ka lang manligaw, di ba? Kasi hindi kayo makakalapit. Kasi sa totoo, takot kayo.
Saan nanay niya?
Takot kayong mabasted. Takot kayong mainsulto. Sa madaling sabi, hindi pa kayo handa. Magaling lang kayo kung nasa grupo kayo. Magaling lang kayo kung may kasama kayo. Pero kung ikaw na lang ang maiwan, tingnan natin kung saan ang galing mo. That's why, sabi-sabi ng millennial kayo, dami kayo, sama tayo. Magbakal ng isang, ano to, Manila paper, 5 ang nagbakal. Ano nyo? Dadalhin yung mga paper? See? Because, So my dear friends, I'm trying to establish later and to give an adding generation. And so if I may proceed, another term for mission, it is a vocation, it is a calling, it is a goal, an aim, a quest, a purpose, a function in our life. Others would say, it is a purpose-driven life. Have you heard of that book? It has a direction. That is our mission. So kung tatanungin natin ang buhay natin, ano ba ang mission natin? Manligaw, magtrabaho, makagraduate, mabusong. Your mission is to finish your studies, right? Pero along that mission, nabusong ka. Is it part of your strategy? Hindi. Pero you are tempted sa isang kalapit. Yes. Punta ka sa Simburyo. Alam ka Simburyo? Alam niyo? Parang may mga familiar faces dito eh. Sige, saan kaya ka? Sige ka, please. Discipleship. So I'm talking about what is to be a use, what is a mission, and discipleship. Discipleship is a lifelong process. Lifelong process meaning it will never happen for an overnight. It is a lifelong of believing in Jesus Christ, of loving Jesus Christ, and following Jesus Christ in obedience to His Word and the Bible. So to be disciple is to love, to believe, to follow our God. So if we talk about discipleship, that is the very nature of being a disciple. And you are called to a certain mission to be disciples, meaning to love, to follow, and to believe in the Lord. So kung tatanungin ko kayo, do you know Jesus?
Yes.
Hala. Do you know iPad? Yes. Do you know Galaxy Note 9? Yes. Do you know CTO 15? Yes. Do you know Sun Singular, etc.? Yes. These are our vocabularies. These are our terms. And later on, we will be more excited as we progress in our sharing. And so, that is to be a disciple. Just like the disciples of Jesus, the 12 disciples of Jesus, Peter, John, Andrew, Bartholomew, etc., etc., etc. And so please, next. Evangelization. So I'm getting all these words from the theme that I presented to you at the beginning. 21st century youths are called to the new evangelization. So the evangelization is actually to go and make disciples of all nations. So evangelization is a term of the church. So we are asked to go and make disciples of all nations. How to make a disciples of the nations? When these people learn to believe, to follow, to love, and to obey Jesus. So we are called, you the youth, are called to a certain mission to go and evangelize, to let these people come, follow, obey, and love Jesus. But how can we tell these people to come, follow, love, and obey Jesus if we ourselves do not know Jesus? So ato pa lang na, hindi natin makakamit ang mission natin. Halimbawa, sabihin mo, ligawan mo nga yung grade 9 St. Joseph. Halimbawa, ligawan mo nga yung grade 9 St. Joseph. Crush mo talaga yun. Maagang dumating sa school, tapos pag ganun sa bulan yan, tayo parang mamamatay ako kung hindi mo siya makita. Kaya nga, kahit sa badong mo, gusto ko mag-aral sa school. Yung feeling na gano'n. Ngayon, paano mo makilala ang tao niya? Usually, we know the persons externally. sa pamagitan ng buhok, kilay, amoy, postura, suot, and these are things that are external. Meaning, kung halimbawa maghubad yan, kilala mo ba yan? Kung iba ang kanyang tubig, kilala mo ba yan? Kung iba ang kanyang pabango, kilala mo ba yan? Kung iba ang kanyang isuot, kilala mo ba yan? And that is our level of knowing a person, very external. So para maging successful ang mission natin, we have to know the person, even to the internal part of the person. Of course, not the internal organs. The small and big intestines, not to that effects. But at least you know, how many are you in the family? One time, mayroon akong inasal. When you mamaya-maya, naghiwalay. Sabi, bakit ka naghiwalay? Ako pa man pag magkasal, hawakan ko yung kamay ng babae at kamay ng lalaki. Tapos sabihin ko, huwag kayo maghiwalay ha. Oh, brother, kung maghiwalay kayo, babalik kayo sa akin ha, kaya tayo na lang. No? Yun na niya. Please, do not break up your marriage. Later on, may narinig ako. Nahiwalay, bakit? Father, paano? After 5 years, nalaman ko na ang aking boyfriend, mayroon palang pamilya. Wow! Kasi hindi ninyo kinikilatis. Ang alam nyo, first honor. Ang alam nyo na yung girl na yan, taga-Kalumpang. Ang alam nyo, yung girl niya, yung mama niya ay nasa Arbod, nasa Dubai, nasa Qatar. Yun ang alam nyo. Pero alam nyo ba, nababaho ang paa niya? Alam nyo ba, na pag mamagalit yan, hindi ka sa santusin? Kasi tayo, mga bata, pag nasa, uy, kasi sweet talaga, lambing-lambing, pero pag wala, ang ugali natin, my God! Hindi mo alam yun. Kasi pag nasa school, ay, my God! Pag nasa school, my God! Umuwi kayo sa bahay. Iba ang ugali niyo. So we are trying to establish realities here. Huwag kayong magalit sa akin. Huwag kayong trying to establish. So kung i-confirm niyo nga tama, good. If not, I'm wrong perhaps. Or baka ang sources ko different. Okay, continue please. So we evangelize and to make disciples of the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That is the challenge of the youth. Pero, if I may ask you, bakit kayo sumali sa fourth youth camp ng Our Lady of the Vicariate of St. Paul? Bakit kayo sumali? Gusto nyo? May makikita kayo? Napipilitan kayo? Kasi yun ang sabi. Nasasali kami. There are many reasons that you have why you join this first youth camp. And if those reasons are not fair enough, baka hindi din tayo maging successful sa ating ginagawa. So evangelization and to evangelize are terms usually used by the church. And so please continue. We are asked to come and to follow Jesus. So kanina, sumisigaw, sumasayaw. Tayo ninyo, hashtag, number sign, come, follow Him. Ang tanong, do you know Him? Do you know where He is or where is He? If you do not know who that Him is, Barack Obama? Who that Him? Sino yung Him na yan? Ha? God? Pwede. God or Jesus, follow yan. Alam niyo kung saan niya, kasi come, follow Him. Alam niyo kung saan siya nagtuan? How can we follow? Baka pag-follow natin, malilito tayo at maliligaw. Tulad ng isang kwento ng isang aso, nag-share ko palagi na sa isang plaza, may aso na may hinahabol. Takbo, nakita ng dalawang aso, tumakbo rin. Nakita ng apat na tumakbo rin. So, isa, tatlo, naging pito. Nakita no, wow! After 5 minutes, unti-unti, nawawala yung mga aso at isa na lang ang naiwan. Yung unang nang wow! Bakit huminto yung other aso? Kasi tumakbo sila na hindi alam kung bakit sila tumakbo. Tulad ng mga chismosa ba, ha? May mga nangyari dyan. Wala. But if you know what you are doing, you have to be there. Uulan man, umirit man, o umaraw. Kung totoo mong iniibig ang isang tao, kahit naglalakad kayo sa merkado, sa patsyo, or sa mall, hindi mo siya pag-iwanan. Hindi lang nalabong isang tao kung aral ka mo sa school. Pero pagdating sa labas, hindi ka nalab. That's why? Kasi hindi ka na magpakupya. Hindi ka na get one sheet of paper. Ang bigay. You started loving that person. Nagbibigay ng papel, di ba papel, magbibigay ng answer, I love you yan. Tapos pag mag-snack, mag-share, I love you yan. Pag luncheon nyo, no more love yan. Madaling sabi, gamitan. I am just honest. Kasi kung pwede pala ang mga lalaki, at parang lalaki, kung magkaroon ng dalawang tatlong girlfriend, kung pwede lang, pwede. Ang hiyabang nyo. Nahirapan na kayong mamasahe si jeepney na si Pio, magkaroon pa kayo ng girlfriends na tatlo. Kung mag-girlfriends kayo ng marami, siguraduhin nyo that you can support. Meron akong isang binata, yung boy, dami siya girlfriends. Yung kanyang girlfriends ang nag-ano sa kanya. May lima siya girlfriends, di ba? Sa panyaga, ibang maglilibre. Sa breakfast, sa mamahaw, ibang maglibre. Sa ibang maglibre. Manood pa ng sini, ibang maglibre. Advantage yun, mga lalaki. Baka kala nyo, gwapo kayo. Alalahanin nyo, hindi lahat na lalaki, gwapo. At hindi lahat na gwapo, lalaki. Diba? Kaya, huwag kayong don't be deceived by good looks. Huwag kayong maniwala sa mga gwapo. Baka balang araw, malaman mo, kapareho yung malaka. Diba? Hindi lahat ng gwapo, lalaki. Hindi lahat ng lalaki, gwapo. Let's continue, please. Sorry, diba? So our point of comparison, our model now, we have the saying in our church, ad Yeson per Mariam, to Jesus through Mary. So we are now given the model of Mary as the model of discipleship. Today, this month is the month of the Holy Rosary, and tomorrow is the feast day of Our Lady of the Holy Rosary. And this month, we don't know if we are praying the Rosary. Do you pray the Rosary? Oh, very good. How many mysteries do we have? How many mysteries? 5? Yes. Ilan naman mysteries natin? We only have 4. Joyful, sorrowful, glorious, luminous, or the mystery of lights. Hindi na lang magtanong ng details. Kaya ba hindi na lang yung details? Ano yung first mystery of joyful mystery? First luminous mystery? Hindi na lang. Sige. So it will be Mary who will be our model. Next please. Why? I will not delve into the detail. Because Mary, if you heard in our gospel, Mary kept everything in her heart. Tinago, nilagay niya ang lahat na naririnig at natutunan sa kanyang puso galing sa Panginoon. And she did not only listen and kept everything in her heart, she acted on it. said, when Jesus was told, here are your mothers, here are your brothers and sisters, Jesus said, my mothers, my brothers, my sisters are those who listen to the Word of God and act on it. Pwede man, kita nagapamati sang pulong sang Ginoo. Nagasimba ka, di ba? May mga ibang school dito na pinakasign, anong maririnig, nami, mag-explain, may nami, may init nami, may nami. Okay lang. May iba nagasimba kasi magkasama ng syuta, magkasama, okay lang. Pero ang tanong, naintindihan ba natin? Narinig natin yung gospel. Ang tanong, ginawa ba natin? Okay? So it will be Mary who is our model of discipleship kasi ang lahat ng bagay kanyang ginawa. And because of her simplicity and humility, to be Catholics and Christians, we are called on that humility and simplicity, please. So in order for us to know Jesus, we have to read, study, and listen to Jesus. Where? In the Bible. But among our youth today, ilan sa atin ang alam o kilala, naghahawak, nagbabasa ng Biblia? May iba sa atin dito, baka hindi nyo alam ang diferensya ng Catholic Bible at non-Catholic Bible. Baka akala nyo ang lahat ng Biblia ay tama. Mayroon niyang diferensya that you can say that it is a Catholic Bible. Do we have a Bible here? Sana mayroon. Kung wala, mayroon? When you go home, when you go back home, kung may Biblia ka mo, check. Sa front area ng Biblia ninyo, front pages, may nakalagay doon na nickel, obstat, and imprimatur. Nickel obstat meaning nothing is wrong. Imprimatur, it is being printed and confirmed. Pag hindi mo na makita, it is not a Catholic Bible. Think, you are reading a Bible which is not Catholic. How will you know Jesus? How will you listen Jesus? Baka doon pa lang, magkasimplang-simplang na. Paglabas mo ng Plaza Libertad, paglabas mo na may ara doon na pamangkot, sino ba lang ang tuntun? Sino ba lang ang tuntutubog na religiyon? Tapos lalapitan nila ng long sleeve. Lalapitan nila mga, Teacher, may pangalan na ibibigay nyo, search this in the internet and you will be surprised. Non-Catholic, a pastor, a very known pastor, was converted to the Catholic Church. He was not convinced. Walang lumapit sa kanya. Walang nag-convince sa kanya. Wala. Siya mismo. I will give to you this name. If you can write Stephen Ray, S-T-E-B-E-N Ray. The other one is Scott Han. Check in the internet and you will be surprised na ang dating naninira ng simbahang Katoliko ngayon ay tagapagtanggol ng Katolikong simbahan. It's just like St. Paul. Remember St. Paul? Na sinira niya, lahat ng mga naniwag, sinira niya nung nahulog siya sa kabayo. He was blind. Tapos dinala siya. And from there, he was convinced. The persecutor of Christianity now is the defender of the Catholic faith. Baka sa mga taon, sa mga tiyon, there are moments in your lives that you question God. You question the Bible. You question the church. You question your parents. You question everything. I hope it will come a time that those questions of yours will be given the right answer in due time. And so, we have to follow Jesus upon knowing Him, and we have to proclaim Jesus. And that's what we call evangelization. There are many ways on how to proclaim Jesus. Singing, dancing, stage play. The best way to proclaim Jesus is on how we live as Catholics. Kung hindi ta magtataray, continue please generation gap. What is a generation gap? Generation gap are differences, or is a difference between, or many differences between outlook or opinion between people of different generations. So you are claiming yourselves na millennials. So anong tawag sa generation before you? Generation? Okay, let's try to see. Ang mga taong isinilang ng 1945 before, ang tawag sa kanila is traditionalists, or they are the silent generation, yung hindi na lang magsasalita. Okay? 1945 below, continue please. The next generation is what we call baby boomers. 1946 to 1964. Baby boomers ang tawag sa kanila. Next please. And we have the Generation X. Ang tawag ang born, the years that they were born, 1965 to 1976. Baby boomers. Next please. Millennials. Or Generation Y was born on November 1997 or 1995. Kung isinilang kayo ng 2000, are you millennials? No. And you are calling yourselves millennials? Proud, baka mo yan? Millennials kami. Millennials kami. Okay? Check. Ang isinilang ng 1996 up, yung kahapon isinilang, that is Generation Z or iGen or Centennials. So you can now spot where you belong, what generation you belong. Imagine, your parents was born 1958. Anong tawag doon?
Baby boomers.
Baby boomers? Okay. Yung parents mo na isinilang doon, ikaw isinilang ng millennials o Generation Y. Di ba, mayroong patlang, ang tawag is generation gap. Kaya sabihin ng parents ninyo, sa panahon namin noon. Tapos sabihin nyo naman, panahon nyo yun. Sabihin nyo, sa panahon namin ngayon. So if we continue to insist, your time, during our time, during their time, we cannot meet. Mag-aaway lang tayo kung mismo sa bahay, hindi na tayo magkaintindihanay. Let's go to school. Imagine, yung teachers ninyo, isinilang ng mga baby boomers. And here comes you, ng mga millennials or Generation Y. Will it not be a conflicting moment for you? Nasabihin ng teacher ng tapi, kopya. But your world is different. Your world is different. So please, we are now moving ahead to the altitude of 52,000 feet. We are crossing the island of Palawan, and very soon we will be landing to Metro Manila, Ninoy International Airport. Remember, we are riding a plane. And so, continue please. These are the summaries. The summary rather. 1996, Gen Z, Millennials Z, bakit siya Y, bakit siya X, baby boomers, traditionals, continue please. I know you have the ideas already. Generation Y, Millennials year 2000 as reference, Gen Y. Because why? Because they kept on asking, why? Do you love God? Why? Do you go to church? No, why? Do you have an assignment? No, why? So isa sa mga marks ng Generation Y is asking questions. Why? Sa madaling sabi, why? Klaro. Why? Another, Generation Y or millennials, that is described as the internet generation. Hindi na nila malaala ang mga bagay before the internet, before the cell phones. Next, forward focus and perspective, palaging tumatanaw sa hinaharap to the point that we forget the past, especially our families. My pod generation, besides digital music preferences, they expect mass customization. So palagi na lang tayo nakatingin. These are descriptions of the millennials. iPad, MP3, etc. To the point even na mayroon kang katabi, tinawag ka ng nanay mo, hindi mo naririnig. Kasi you are so customized. Magpa-download ka, mag-upload ka, everything is almost customized to your desire. Amo na customized to your desire. Kaya iba-iba sa atin, ibang style. Ibang earphone, ibang pocket, ibang wallet, iba-iba. Kasi yun ang style natin. But if we don't understand that, mag-aaway tayo. Mag-aaway tayo. And we have the baby boomlet, the little product of baby boom. Most are the progeny. So ang mga millennials, kadalasan, anak ng mga baby boomers na during their time, iba ang takbo ng mundo. Next please. They are eco-boomers. They are boomerang generation. Kung general, many are returning home after college, still trying to find their way. Yung graduate na, wala pa rin trabaho. Yung masteral na, hindi pa rin marunong mag-spelling. Yung dalawa ng masteral, nanginginig-ginig pa rin. Di ba? Masteral na. Pero during their time, that's during their time, grade 5 pa lang, nagtuturo na ng English. Grade 6 pa lang, nagtuturo na sa school. Ngayon, grade 6 pa lang, 6 years na, nag-aaral. Iba, 3 years, grade 1. Iba, high school na. Kung umasta, parang elementary. Harap pa sipon, harap pa ano. Pero noon, first year high school, kung makadamit. Sino sa inyo dito nang yung mga underwear ay pinalabahan ng nanay? Noon lang. Siyempre, wala kayo magalit kapag sabi ka noon ngayon. Noon, 7 years old pa, kumot nang nilalabhan. Noon, ay my God, hindi naglalaban ng panty. Kasi hindi sila nagpapanty. Joke. Ngayon, diaper. Diba? Tapos, lumalabas yung UTI. Yung sakit ng UTI noon, wala yan, para yan sa mga matatanda. Ngayon, 3 years old, 1 month old, 5 month old, UTI na. UTI na. Ano yung UTI? Uterine. Ano yung UTI? Urinary. Urinary tract infection. Estudyante, grade 5. Bakit natin UTI? Sakit ng matanda, sakit na ng bata ngayon. Damo, nakakatawa sa buhay natin. Ang tanong ko, are you happy with that? Hindi na natin kailangan mo ngayon talaga. Generation now, wala na kayong pasensya. You want it now. Get it now. Kaya hindi na kayo mag-aral, di ba? Pag mag-exam, you want it now. Copy! You want the answer right away? Copy! You want it now. Kung manliligaw ka, sagutin mo ako, hindi. Kasi yung hindi, maghanap ako ng iba. Noon, 1 year maghihintay, 2 years maghihintay, maghuhugas pa, maghaigib pa ng tubig para sagutin. Umiigib ng tubig sa babaeng niligawan sa bahay, hindi tumiikip ng tubig. Ngayon, cellphones na ang nagpapatakbo ng buhay natin. Pag walang signal, naiinis kayo kasi walang signal. Pag walang you become irritating. You are so irritated. Dahil lang walang signal, dahil lang walang load, happy ka mo na. Nung tinanggal yung network. Pwede man pala 2 days, walang signal, nung dinagyan, buhay pa man tayo. Hindi ka nakapag-text, pwede ba? We are just being conditioned and we allow it. Hindi natin alam na pumasok na tayo dyan. Akala natin without it, we cannot live. Generation waking up, gustong itaas. Kaya ang mga project ngayon, global society, global sustainability, to work abroad, etc. Next days. Generation Z. Why Z? Oh. We are everywhere. Kasi kahit saan kayo makikita. We have always been wired. Meaning, palagi naka-cellphones, contact cellphones, telephone. Habang naglalakad, cellphone, telepono, di ba? Wired, hello, saan ka ka? Hala, bata, pinapaluan. Noon, galing sa bahay, takbo ang mga bata, pupunta sa school. Pabalik yan, hapon na. Ngayon, dismiss na resist na wala ko ba? Sakit diyan ko mama lahat. Cellphone lahat. As if hindi mabubuhay pag walang cellphone. This is our generation. Z. Next, we have seen porn. Nakita na kayo ng porn? Hindi pa kayo nakita ng porn, no? Hindi pa kayo nakikita, no? Ito pa kasi. Hindi pa nakita, no? Hindi ka pa nakikita, no? Kasi ganda yan sa Biblia. Porn, kita na porn? Porn. Kita na porn? Sige. Ano ang sexting? Ano ka? Sexting. Ano ka? Anong sexting? This is your generation. Sex through texting. Wow! Sexting. Paano kung nag-sex na kung texting, tapos nawala ng signal? Dapat kukuha ka ng application na magpapunction kahit walang signal. Ako na texting. Sabi nila yun ang definition. Pag-usapan na natin yun kasi matagal na yung ginawa. 60. Pero ang definition na ano dito is, it is actually sending and receiving sexually related text messages. Ano mga sexually related messages? Sabi mo, nagsimba ka na ka, how sexually related messages? Buwas ka, magsimba ka sa tansi, ano ang sexually related messages? Anong sexually related messages? Send notes. Notes for news. Send notes. Amo na. Ngayon, bawal na mga pictures. Malaki ng bayad. Pero naghahanap pa rin ng paraan. Ito pala. Kaya pala sa Plaza Libertad, marami ako nakikita doon. Tapos mag-isa lang. Amo na. Are you crazy? Naalala niyo Pokemon? Pantay, naglalapit ako. May isang minute ka. Munti ka lumapit sa akin yung cellphone. Ano ito? Mother Pokemon. Pokemon. Grabe naman kayo. Ano? Buhay pa rin tayo, wala Pokemon. Noon, hala, makikita mo sa Plaza Libertad, gabi-gabi, puno-puno ng mga salakyan kasi contest lang. Mga estudyante, masagasaan na lang kasi Pokemon. This is your world. Are you happy with your world? Be happy. They are more accepting sexuality fluidity. Please tell me kung is-shirt ko na ha, kaya I can cut my top anytime. Ha? Please tell me kung is-shirt i-cut ha. Sinyasa na ko na 10, 5, 20 minutes ha, kaya I can wrap up things. Okay? They are more accepting sexual fluidity. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Please teach me. Kasi ako, millennials, I was born 19 millennials ako. Ano yung sexual fluidity? One time, pumunta ako sa Cebu. Sabi ng isang kasama ko, wow, Father, gender fluidity. Anong gender fluidity? Yung ano ba, Father? Yung wala ng male or female. Parang babae, lalaki, never mind. Gender fluidity, hindi fluid. Pwedeng lalaki, pwedeng babae. Amo na fluid. Ngayon, sa umaga, lalaki. Paggabi, babae. Amo na fluidity. Masaya ka na? Bakit makalimutan mo mag-bra? Nakita nyo? Paano tayo ginulo ng panahon? Nakita nyo? Paano winasak? Nakita nyo? Nakita nyo kung paano tayo siniraan na hindi nyo napapansin? Pag sa school, pinagbawalan ng cellphone, ay, hindi pa ako sa ibang school, kaya bawal ang cellphone. Hindi nyo alam na para yan sa kabutihan nyo. Kasi sa cellphone, maraming nangyayari, nag-aaway, pamilya naghiwalay dahil sa cellphone. At tayo naman mga lalaki at mga babae, paniwala. So yung mga LGBT, ano na ngayon? Meron ng dagdag? Q, anong Q? Queer, anong queer? Damo mo times, hindi naintindihan natin? LGBTQ. Hindi na BBQ. Barbecue, anong Q? Queer. Ang lalaki, I don't know, nakakalito ang mundo. Pero yung CR, ano yung CR? Male, female. Tapos umaaway naman yung mga LGBTQ, paano kami mga bading? Saan dyan iihi? Di doon din sa kahoy, kiss-kiss nyo. See the world now? You see the world? Hindi kayo nag-confuse. At saka, yun ang kinagisinan nyo. Sige, please. Tama ka naman nila, ha? Di ba? Ibalik sa tinis, please. Ilarandro ko na lang, ha? They are racially diverse and multiracial. Yung kilala na niya yung isang Amerikano, isang Kano, isang Negro, through sa social media. Di ba? Kilala niya na. Yung sino si What's Your Much Miss Me? Si Michael What's Your Much Me? Kilala niya na. Wow! Pinagmayabang mo ba? Oh, may arak na friend. This is your world. Tapos pumunta sa Pilipinas. Tapos inasawa agad. Nung nangasawa na, baba, ang laki. Ang laki ng problema. Kita niyo? Because we rely so much sa cellphones. Ang cellphone natin pinanindigan, yun din ang sisira sa atin if we don't use that responsibly. They are pretty independent. You want to be alone? Mama, leave me alone. Mama, I can do this already. Daddy, leave me alone. Pag may problema, tapos leave me alone. You want to be independent, but in the real sense of the word, you cannot stand alone. Kaya ang tendency natin, suicide. May problema sa bahay. Mama, si tatay nagkahiwalay. Mayroong lumapit na gwapo mayaman. Nag-invite sa'yo ng 16. Okay, bigay. Wala na problema, manong buhay ko, bigay. Tate, What happens to you? This is now our world. Are you happy with this world? Next. They are aware of the troubled planet. Yung generation ninyo, isinilang ng 9/11, yung nasunog yung Twin Towers, yung mga terrorism, yung mga etc., yung catastrophe. This is your world. So you are conditioned na ang world nito ay gubat, kira, patay. Tapos ang kanyang pamiyang kampangan, di ba? Dave, no? Hindi nyo ba alam na niluloko lang kayo? May harap pa kamong duta, may harap pa kamong lipsin, may harap pa kamong ginoko. This is your world. This is your world. Kaya ninyong kalabanin si nanay at tatay dahil lang sa Dota. Kaya ninyong magnakaw dahil lang sa Dota. Kaya ninyong pumatay dahil lang sa drugs. Kaya ninyong ihiwalayan ang nanay at tatay, iwanan si nanay at tatay dahil lang sa iyong boyfriend. Nakikita kong walang simpi. Kaya girls and boys, beware. Huwag maniwala agad. Huwag maniwala agad. At huwag kayong umasa agad. 2 hours pa lang nag-text. Okay na. Girlfriend, boyfriend na. What a world. Kaya 3 hours after, hiwalay na rin kayo. That's your world. Namin. Tapos, dumating sa buhay nyo, practical na. Kaysa wak-uwak o girlfriend mo. Ang iba pa nga, kumukuha pa ng picture sa ibang picture. Tapos ipakilala, amo ni boyfriend ko, amo ni girlfriend ko, amo ni ano ko. Ang iba na wala parents, amo ni parents ko, amo ni mama ko, amo ni mama ko. Amo na. This is our world. Are you happy with the world? We are, nalilito na tayo. Okay, please all stand. Okay? Alam niyo yung laro na Chowking?
Wala!
Hindi pa? Okay. Kaliwang kamay, kanan kamay. Open your left palm. Open your left palm. Your right palm, pointing finger, i-point sa left palm. I-point. I-point sa left palm ng kanyang kasama. Yan. Ayan. Sige. Ang ating laro ay Chowking. Okay? Kung sabihin ko, Chow, ganon. Chow. Pag sabihin kong King, hulihin nyo. Okay? Tapos yung mahuhuli, sasayaw dito pag mayroon ng intermission. Okay? Ang laro na to is Chowking. Sige, ready, go. Chow. Chow. Ganon. Chow. Ganon. Chow. 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 Wala pa. Chow. 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 Wala pa. Amo na ang generation ninyo. Hindi pa rin tapos. Nauna na kamo. Hindi namin. Okay, chow. Chow. Ibig sabihin, chow. 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 O, diba? Parang 16. Yeah, ready, go. Chow. Chow. Chow.
Okay.
Pag chow, dahan-dahan ang iba. Yan. That is the description. Nauna kayo. Pag mauna kayo, mababangga kayo. You don't have direction. Okay, chow. 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 King. One more. Chow. 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 King. Okay, sit down. Sit down. Okay, sit down. Thank you. Tapusin niyo yung Chowking mamaya, ha? Pagka magkaroon ng halo-halo. Lapit ako. Mga around 10 minutes. Ready na pagkaon? Ready na pagkaon? Pwede pa? Pagkaon? Wala pa? Sige, tutuloy mo na ako ha. Sana matagalan yung pagkaon. Okay. We are justice-minded. O, justice-minded daw kamo. Gusto nyo na magkaroon ng mga isyu sa social justice like mga human trafficking, mga child abuse. Gusto nyo yung lalabanan. Gusto nyo yung pagkatintaan. Yung mga refugees, mga racism, yun ang mga gusto nyo. Ha? Lingkod naman. O, lingkod. Upo muna. Oy, Chowking. Sit down please, Chowking. Tingnan mo, nag-uusap na sila na mag-Chowking mamaya. Bukas na mag-Chowking, linggo. Okay, pati nila. We are post-Christian. Anong meaning? No religion and no experience of religion. Little acquaintance about religion. Parang, hindi na nyo alam yung Biblia, yung Panginoon, wala na. Ang Panginoon ninyo, yung mga emperador, mga red horse, ang Panginoon nyo, yung mga friends nyo, nawawala na yung sense of faith. This is the description or characteristics of Generation Z nung isinilang ng 1996 up or years 2000 up. Tapos, ang maganda na dito is your generation is open to the faith. Kung may sasabihan, madaling pagsasabihan. So you are very vulnerable. Kung hindi kayo maagapan, kung hindi kayo magagay, watak-watak ang buhay. Imagine, your parents are broken. Nasa lula ka nakatira. Imagine, yung parents mo nasa abroad, sinong kasama mo araw-araw? Sino magtuturo sa'yo? Ka, magsimba ka. Ka, irespeto mo sa mga sino? Na nung namulat ka sa buhay, wala kang nanay, wala kang tatay. Kaya ang pamangkot nila, bakit? Nagdamog ang mga gay, hindi man magbata. There are many ways and reasons how to. Kayo bilang vulnerable, madali kayong saputin at tutuloy. Akala nyo, lamang kayo. Pag may problema, sino pupuntahan nyo? Classmate na mayroon ding problema? Pag mayroon kang kaaway, pag mayroon kang nahihirapan, sino puntahan mo? Si mama, si papa? Iba. Kaya, wala na kayong image. Ano ba ang papa? Ano ba ang mama? You cannot connect what you have learned in school na si mama ang ilaw ng tahanan. Si papa ang haligi ng tahanan. Why? Because you have not experienced the presence of mother and father. Ano mangyayari? Magiging kayong contributor to the problem. Mga bata below 18 years old, ginagamit na sa mga crimes kasi hindi na bata. Wala si nanay, wala si tatay. Bigyan kita ng 100 pesos, magnakaw ka doon. Pag mahuli ka, don't worry, hindi ka magbibibilang ko kasi underage. This is your world. Are you proud of your generation? So there must be something that we need to check. There must be something that we need to consider. Kaya ang mundo, mga kapatid, hindi lang solusyon ng kayamanan, hindi lang solusyon ng pera. If I will ask to you, how do you see a family? What do you value respect? What is sex for you? What is freedom for you? What is education for you? Nothing. I don't mind studying. I don't mind sex. I don't mind everything. I don't have parents. I don't have a mother. I don't have a father. For what? Diba? Problema ngayon, nandadamay ka pa. Hindi ka na mag-aaral, hindi ka na. Sabi mo, friend tayo. Sabi mo, kaibigan mo, damayan mo ako. So this is just the cycle of our life na kung hindi maagapan, iwan ko kung saan tayo patungo. But one thing very good in you is, the sabi is, you're open to your faith. Hindi ko kayo dinidiscourage. Actually, there is something good in you if you will just allow and open it. And so, the ways Generation Z will change the world, and you're actually changing the world. You have changed the landscape of economy, politics, religion, commercialism, almost everything. Your generation, from millennials to Generation Z, had changed the horizon and the landscape of the world. First, you call yourselves the digital natives. Silingon, ang galing ninyo sa mga digital things, technology, ang galing nyo. And you are merged with those who are digital immigrants. Yung mga hindi matulong mag-computer, mag-cellphone, they're digital immigrants wanting to learn what you have learned. Ngayon ang tanong, anong ugali ninyo? What is your attitude towards your parents na gusto mag-learn ng cellphone, gusto mag-learn ng computer, tinuruan niyo ba? I had a teacher in Cebu, 70 plus or 80 years old. My God, ang galing sa computer. 80 plus years old, sabi niya, education is a constant search. Education should be all the time. Ang galing ng computer at hindi niya siya maluluto. Sabi niya, meron akong apo, hindi pa marunong maglakad, marunong na magamit ng iPad. Hindi pa marunong maglakad, hindi pa marunong maghambal, ang galing na hindi pa marunong maghambal. Sa Mindanao na aking pinanggalingan, mayroon dong bata, hindi pa marunong maglakad, napakagaling ng lumangoy. Believe it or not, hindi pa marunong maglakad, ang galing ng lumangoy. In Mindanao. And when these things are taking place, anong mga buod sa inyo ito? And so, you are very independent learners, as if you want to learn from your own. Kaya nga, ang K-12 ngayon, pinapadaan na sa performance task. Kaya mag-performance task nyo, sayaw-sayaw, sayaw-sayaw, sayaw-sayaw. Sa English pa, sayaw-sayaw, sayaw sa performance task na dyan. Sayaw, pagkakita ko sa Plaza Libertad, taga-UI, ala, at tuto, wala palito, performance task, senior 11, grade 11, grade 12, ala, performance task. Because it has a big part sa curriculum ng K-12. Meron ba tayong natutunan? Puro mayroon. Because that is our world now. Yung mga sayo-sayo, yung ganon, hindi ko maintindihan. Sabi ka kayo, upa, gaya-gaya. Pero namin ako, badin, upa, badin. Gaya-gaya kasi kung out ahoy, belong ka sa DD Commerce and you're gonna communicate to them. Eh, yung mga matatanda, sayaw. Kahit napipilat, sayaw. Just to be connected. Lapit lang. Just to be connected. And this is our world. Meron akong, before ako kanina, meron ako nakita sa video nga, bating, bata na parang lalaki, parang babae, sumayaw, ang galing. Tapos meron pa ngayong, ano yan? Daw yung sayo-sayo, tapos aakyat sa stairs. 1 month daw, ako na mag-presentation sa school. Lahat ng 5 grupo, yan ay present. Be unique. Why? Ang lahat natin ngayon gaya-gaya sa TikTok, no? Ganda, inain. Imagine, paliwag-liwag. Where is now your individuality? Where is now your creativity? Where is now your initiative? Well, magaling talaga ang generation nyo. Kasi isa lang bagay, kuhagan. Meron na ng generation ngayon ng cellphone na pag nag-exam, kumukopya. Imagine, using your cellphone. Ang umpisal. Anong umpisal? Umpisal. Reconciliation, Sacrament of Reconciliation. Ang umpisal. Gagamit ka ng cellphone. Father, ano kaya yun? Or gano'n na lang, gano'n. Or mag-asawa kayo, kakasalin kayo. Tapos gamitin yung cellphone, si husband sa London, si wife sa Qatar, tapos si father sa Philippines. Tanggapin mo ba? Yung cord, paano yung cord? Paano yung cord? Di ba may stand na ngayon sa salamin na may picture, tapos lagyan ng muso, tapos ganyan, ha? Di ba namin? Ganyan. Tapos meron ng mga style ngayon na ang Diyos, nilalagyan na lang, ganda, pero fake. Something fake today is becoming more normal. Yung mga tao na designan mo ng buhok, perfect your face. Tapos, we are projecting fake personalities. This is our world. Tapos selfie. Your world is a world of selfies. That is your world. That is your world. Are you happy with that world? Tapos pag ulit sa buhay, nahamig pa ng topics. Ang balat ako, hapit tapusin ko na. Okay? The YouTubers are their teachers. Katulad mo sa YouTube, sa Google, tok. Kaya anything would pop up. Kala, discover everything. Post everything. Kala, share everything. Dami sa Facebook. You will learn all there. Internet, social media, etc. Kaya, pag mag-aaway, anong tendency natin? Hindi mo na mapaugwas. Kasi wala si mama, wala kang kuya, wala kang ate. Ginawa mo, Facebook. Feeling sad. May mga emojis. Ano emojis? Emotions, emojis, no? Damo, smileys. Kung damo, ito, magaling na. Ano nangyari sa iyo? Ano nangyari sa iyo, di ba? Damo mga emotions. Wala ka nang makausap. Facebook, do you know that every time you post on Facebook, you are revealing yourself to the world? Pinapakita mo ng ugali mo sa mundo. Kapag ang ugali mo sa mundo, hindi totoo. Isa pa, ang profile pic natin, pinapalitan. Why? You are not contented of your face? Subong, wapo. Subong, kalahati. Iba naman. Why? That explains that in number 5, you have very short attention spans. Buti nga ngayon, tumatagal kayo ng konti. Kasi kung sa klase kayo, in 5 to 10 minutes, after that, go home! Ano ba? Imagine, nag-ibisa ang pare, 1 hour. First reading pa lang, katinangguin nyo, gusto niyang tumayo. Mahirap ka kaya, then mo. 20 minutes, nag-humili si father, hindi marinig. Boring! Text-text na doon, ano may isip mo? Attention time. Imagine this world. Punta kayo sa isang coffee shop. One time, na-observe ko palagi itong sinishare. Isang coffee shop. 4 na magkaibigan. Pumunta sa coffee shop. Kasi funding naman tayo. Pumunta na ng Starbucks. Madali doon, order. After ng order, kuha ng cellphone, kanya-kanyang text. Dumating yung order, thank you, text. Ano ba yung mag-banding ang text? That is your world. Imagine, you are near yet so far. Ang gikan communicate mo, tungkol sa Amerika, sa US, pero ang aral na hukbol mo, katabi mo, hindi mo nakausap. Is that a real relationship? Is that a real friendship? Bakit? Pag sakalin ka, pag nakawan ka, pag i-hostage ka, yung